to talk salsa. Now we're going to do crossbody salsa on one right turn, only right turn. Now if you know me at all, if you've been subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, you will know I am all about the little things, the little detail that you don't really hear all the time in big group classes. So we'll try and give you those little details specifically on the right turn. And of course, this is for leaders and followers. Your right turn in salsa on one is exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the number that you're stepping on, but the legs are exactly the same. So stick around, whoever you are. I'm going to break down the right turn for you, and you figure out whether you know all of these things. Alright, before we go into a deep, crazy detail about the right turn, I need to make sure that you actually know what the right turn is. So, my tip number one is the actual footwork for the right turn. Now, don't worry, I'm going to show you both on leaders and followers timing. I'm going to start on the leaders and then I'm going to continue on the followers. So, leaders, you start with your left foot for the right turn. We're going to do one basic first just to keep you moving. So, we would have 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6, 7. Now left foot is going to start the right turn. What happens? You step forward first, and as soon as you do, you're going to pivot. Then you're going to step on the spot on the right foot and pivot all the way around. You're going to finish with shifting weight on your left foot. So then 5, 6, 7, you have your back step. So one more time, you have your left pivot, right pivot together, 5, 6, and 7. So that's the footwork. I'll show you a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3, and 5, 6, 7. Followers is the same, you just have different numbers. So you start your basic on your right foot. You have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. And then 1, 2, 3 is normal. 1, 2, 3. You turn on 5. 5, 6, and 7. And you have 1, 2, and 3. So you're still going to be turning left pivot, right pivot together. But you're just going to start on 5 rather than on 1. So that's the footwork itself. Okay, so now that you actually know the footwork, let's give you some tips, all right? First, really important thing that I see people struggle doing with this right turn that actually compromises them being able to do things quicker with faster music and more exciting, and that is you need to finish your turn by 3. So, if you're doing your leader's timing, you have 1, 2, 3. Finito. So try not to go 1, 2, 3, and then maybe on 4, 5 you finish. Does that make sense? By 3 you have to be finished. If you finish by 3, then it gives you an opportunity to do something on 5. If you're not finishing by 3, you miss 5, so you just have to finish with the normal basic and you don't allow yourself to advance to more interesting stuff. So with the followers timing, it would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, all the way around 7. So a sharper pivot for the followers on 6, right? You have 5, 6 as soon as you step, 6 you focus finishing, 7 you resting. So then again, it will allow you and give you an opportunity to do more things. So the sharper you've learned how to turn, then the better it is in the long run. And also you will immediately, even through a basic turn like right turn, you will immediately start engaging your core and all of the rest because it's a sharper pivot. It's not just like, oh, whatever, right? So it's really, really, really good to practice whether you're just a beginner or an advanced dancer. Tip number 3, of course, is spotting, right? Now, what does it mean spotting? Usually when we turn, this is what we mean. The body starts turning and we keep looking central. And then the body is the first one to leave, but the head is the first one to come back to the position, right? So that flick of the head is called spotting. Spotting means that you can turn smoothly, and it also means that where you see, you're gonna end up. So if you can't see where you're turning, you usually whether get dizzy or discoordinated. So you need to discoordinated. Leave a comment. Spell this word for me. Disordinated or discoordinated. I don't know. Leave a comment for me, please. So you need to spot, right? So when I'm going into my turn, I start my turn, and then as I'm turning sharply on 3 or 6, right? So I flick my head to finish that turn. And of course, my core is keeping me tight, right? But my head stays here, and then as I'm turning, it flicks. And then I know exactly where I need to be. So spotting is crucial. Another thing that you might not be aware of is actually through the turns in salsa, we tend to have soft knees. So if you're going to be turning, because different turns require different kinds of positioning, but a lot of the salsa turns is based on soft knee situation, and it actually helps you to keep balance. So if you would be doing your normal right turn and you straighten your knees, when you are stopping that straightened knee position, it's really hard to control. But if you have soft knees, when you are turning, it actually helps you to stay in place, and it helps you to turn without actually losing balance that easily. All you need to do is make sure that if you go a little bit too low, straighten a little bit those knees, not lock, but just a little bit before you come back into the basic. Don't dance too low, right? But a soft knee situation when you're turning, just like a little nice spiral situation, is always really nice through these turns. You have nice and smooth rotation, definitely super helpful. And finally, of course, our arms supposed to help us and not destroy us, okay? So what do I mean by that? If you're dancing with a partner in a partner work, of course the arms are attached or something, but there's a point when one of the hands is attached and the other one isn't. And it works the same way if you're just dancing on your own and you're doing your own right turn. Both arms are free. They have to be by your side. What we don't want to do is bring the arms down. What happens when your arms down? They start having the life of their own. So when you're turning, they're just going, wherever. And that whatever is not good. You're trying to coordinate that turn, whatever is not what you're aiming for. Trust me. So your arms are by your side, not in front, by your side. It's kind of like a triangle situation. You have a little triangle here, your elbows a little bit back, you're nice and relaxed, but your core is engaged, but the arms are there. Once the arms are there, those arms is actually what keeps you up, right? Knees are soft, but that upper body, that posture is what arms keeps you up. The moment the arms go down, everything naturally is going down, and this is also very loose. This is a little bit tighter, right? So remember, your arms are supposed to help you. Sometimes, even if you're trying to do a little bit more fancy turns or something, you try to open them a little bit wider or bringing them a little bit more in a circle, but they still are up to find our balance and to make it all smoother. So, use your arms to your advantage. Guys, do not skip your technique. The technique is everything. Sometimes when we're learning basic stuff, we get a little bit bored and we think, oh, I got it. And then we miss a couple of really important bits that later on we will need. Sometimes in the advanced moves, they get so advanced that we don't realize that that little technique is what makes everything else easier. So keep on practicing. I hope that was helpful, and if you enjoy, you gotta subscribe to my channel. Come on, peoples, don't be lazy. Press the button. Alright guys, now you're also gonna find other videos for salsa and for footwork. Make sure you look at them as well. I am here to make your life easier.